I am here at a Catholic cemetery in Platte County, Nebraska, where a Catholic church once was. This parish was known for its Gregorian chant choir, but seemed to be haunted by a constant threat of closure through almost its entire existence. Welcome to Burrows Township in Platte County, Nebraska. The first settlers in this vicinity were John and Joseph Burrows, for whom this township is named. The first Catholic settler was Peter Ripp in 1871. Probably in 1877, Franciscan Father Anselm Poots, at that time pastor of St. Mary of the Angels in Grand Prairie Township, invited all Catholic Germans living in or near Shell Creek Valley to a meeting at St. Mary's Church. They were to decide whether or not they would become members of St. Mary's or form their own church. At that very first meeting, all but one were in favor of building a new church. A second meeting was held with 24 Germans, 3 English, and 14 Polish landowners who decided to organize a new parish under the patronage of St. Anthony of Padua. Early in the spring of 1878, the people began to erect a building 24 by 32 feet, to which was added a sacristy and a room for the priest. A few weeks later, Franciscan Father Sebastian Cebula was appointed the first pastor of the mixed German and Polish parish. Unfortunately, it proved difficult to unify the mixed nationalities. Some of the Germans made fun of the Polish language, and one time when the sermon was to be in Polish, the German farmer who was assigned to get the priest from Columbus failed to do so. As a result of all the conflict, the Polish people built a church of their own, here just 2 miles away, St. Michael's at Tarnów in 1880. After only 5 years, in 1883, a severe windstorm completely destroyed the church of St. Anthony. The demoralized parishioners seriously considered abandoning the church location, but then a few days later, among the debris, there was found a picture of St. Anthony of Padua, with frame and glass absolutely uninjured. It seemed to indicate that their patron saint did not wish the church to be abandoned. Father Maximilian Klein, a Franciscan at the St. Bernard Monastery, was assigned as pastor and set to work rebuilding the church. The second building was the same size as the first. In 1888, an addition and steeple were added. Their next pastor, Franciscan Father Godfrey Holters, showed special interest in St. Anthony's church choir, training them in Gregorian chant. Choir practice was twice a week, enabling them to sing for various masses, Sunday vespers, and all the proper parts of every high mass. The tiny St. Anthony's became known for their precision and understanding of the church's ancient musical tradition. Among the priests, the parish was called the stronghold of Gregorian chant in Platte County. Salve sancta parens, enixa puerpera regem, qui celum terramque regit, in saecula saeculorum. Around 1894, when the parish needed a new church to replace the old one, the Franciscan Provincial decreed that St. Anthony's Church would be closed. The parishioners were dumbfounded and immediately sent 4 delegates to St. Louis to plead with the Provincial. They found he was away visiting other parts of his province, but he sent a letter saying he would soon be visiting Nebraska. A few weeks later, the Provincial was in Columbus. Instead of a small delegation, nearly the entire parish of St. Anthony came down to meet him. When the Provincial reiterated the closure, many fell to their knees, pleading and weeping. The provincial finally relented, saying, "Go home, build your church, and God bless you." He dismissed the petitioners with tears in his eyes. The old addition to the sacristy and priest's room were torn down, and a new building, 16 by 36 feet, was put up containing the sanctuary, sacristy, and 3 rooms for the priest, 2 of them being upstairs. St. Anthony's Parish celebrated their 25th anniversary August 19th through 21st of 1902. On Tuesday and Wednesday, multiple Masses were celebrated, including a solemn high Mass each day. On Thursday, a solemn Requiem Mass was celebrated for all deceased parishioners. At this time, there were about 95 parishioners. Requiem aeternam dona eis Domine et lux perpetua luceat eis. Father Desiderius von Frenz, who came in 1903, served St. Anthony longer than any other pastor. During his time, a sister's house was built, and the Franciscan Sisters of Lafayette were invited to teach at the District No. 60 school near the parish. Unfortunately, both the parish and school failed to grow, and the sisters began thinking about leaving after only 1 year. They would hold on, though, until 1919. After Father Desiderius left in 1916, a general attitude of neglect prevailed, as many felt their parish would soon be closed down. After a quick succession of several priests, the energetic Father Hilarion Dirk arrived in 1922. Father Hilarion found the church dilapidated, the cemetery overgrown with weeds, and so he began a fund for a new church. But the closest they ever came to a new church was an extensive renovation in 1928. In 1919, a Nebraska state law was passed banning teachers from wearing religious garb in the classroom. This was enacted under pressure from the KKK during a national wave of anti-Catholic sentiment. This legislation actually remained in effect until it was overturned in 2017. As a result of this legislation, the sisters were forced to leave the district school here at Burrows. St. Anthony Parish made it to their Golden Jubilee, June 17, 1928. Extensive renovations were made to the church, marking the occasion. On August 4, 1930, the Franciscans turned over St. Anthony's Parish to the Diocese of Omaha. At the time, the parish consisted of about 17 families. Starting in 1932, diocesan priests served St. Anthony's at Burrows with St. John Nepomucene at Joliet Township as a mission. St. Anthony Parish celebrated their Diamond Jubilee in 1952. When St. John Nepomucene was closed in 1965, St. Anthony became a mission served from St. Michael at Tarnov. St. Anthony at Burrows remained a mission of Tarnov until its closure in 1972. Since the St. Anthony of Padua Parish was the stronghold of Gregorian chant in Platte County, I thought it would be fitting to conclude with the introit, the entrance antiphon for the Mass of St. Anthony of Padua, Confessor and Doctor. In medio ecclesiae, in the midst of the church, he opened his mouth, and the Lord filled him with the spirit of wisdom and understanding. He clothed him with a robe of glory. In medio ecclesiae aperuit oseus et implevit eum Dominus Spiritus sapientiae et intellectus stolam gloria Gloriae in